Good morning. In our last class, we went through John Silkin in detail. Today, we are going to start his poem, Caring for Animals. The poem, Caring for Animals, belongs to the collection of The Peaceable Kingdom. From the title itself, we can assume that what Silkin wants to communicate with us through this poem, Caring for Animals. In the poem Caring for Animals, John Silkin highlights the importance of animal rights and why we should care for them. It is shown that even the poet often wondered why he should care for even the smallest of animals. Through this poem, John Silkin highlights the importance of animal rights, and he also reminds us we should have the responsibility to take care of the animals. As the title of the poem indicates, Caring for Animals describes the importance of caring and protecting the animals. The poet reveals the sufferings of the animals and expresses his concern over the need of protecting them from the cruelties of human beings. Through this poem, he speaks about the importance of caring and protecting the animals. At the same time, he reminds us we should protect the animals from the cruelties of human beings. So the real villains are human beings. They are not allowing the animals to live peacefully. Through this poem, Silkin conveys a message that we the humans are responsible to protect all living beings and should inculcate a feeling of love and compassion towards our fellow beings. When we are ready to love and take care of animals, it will help us to feel the love and compassion towards the other fellow beings. That's why the poet says we, the human beings, should be ready to protect and love the animals around us. Then we can move to the poem. All of you please take the page number 76 in your textbook. Let me recite for you. I ask sometimes why these small animals with bitter eyes, why we should care for them. I question the sky, the serene blue water, but it cannot say, it gives no answer. Bitter means painful emotions. Serene means calm and peaceful. വളരെ ശാന്തമായിട്ടുള്ളത്. The poet begins this poem by saying that why the animals have bitter eyes. Why we are taking care of animals. What is the reason behind it? Why they are not at all happy? Why they can't enjoy their lives in this world? All the animals around us are very sad. What is the reason behind it? He asks these questions to the sky, and he also repeats the same question to the calm water. But what happened? He doesn't get the answer from the sky and the serene water. Then we can move to the next lines. And no answer release in my head. A procession of grey shades, patched and whimpering. Dogs with clipped ears, wheezing cart horses, a fly without shadow and without thought. We can go through the glossary. Procession. Procession means a number of people, animals or vehicles that move slowly in a line, especially as part of a ceremony. Precision means jada. Patched. Patched means connected with a piece of material. Next word is clipped. Clipped means hold in a tight grip. മുറുക്കെ പിടിക്കുക. That it is clipped. Wheezing. Wheezing means breathing with difficulty with a whistling sound. I think all of you are very familiar with wheezing. ശ്വാസതടസ്സം, ശ്വാസം മുട്ട് എന്നൊക്കെ പറയാറുണ്ട്. Whimpering. Whimpering means complaining. Then we can go through the paraphrase of these lines. We already understand. The poet asked the question to the sky answer in water. He doesn't get the answer for his question. He asks himself to get the answer, but he doesn't get the answer at the moment he can see a procession. In that procession, there are so many grey shades. All the shades are patched and whimpering. So we can see that they are complaining. They are connected with the piece of material. He understands that the animals are suffering a lot. They are not at all happy. He starts to ask question, what is the reason behind it? But he doesn't get the answer. That's why he asks himself, but he doesn't get the answer. But at the same time, he understands there are grey shades. These shades are connected each other. They are complaining. That means animals are suffering a lot around him. The poet speaks about a procession of grey shades. These grey shades are patched. We can see that in that procession there are dogs, cart horses and a fly. Actually all these animals represent the other animals too. Dogs with clipped ears. I think all of you are very familiar with dogs. It is very faithful to its owners. We already know it well. Its duty to guard his master's house. So we can see that the dog always holds its ears very tight. It is always on duty. Its responsibility to take care of its master. Then he speaks about the wheezing cart horses. Why the cart horses are wheezing? Well, if you are very familiar with the cart horses. Cart horses means vandi valikkunna kudiragalu. Nowadays it is very difficult to see such cart horses. Cart horses are always busy in their works without proper rest and food. That's why we can see that here the cart horses are wheezing. They have the problem to take breath because they are working hard without proper rest and food. For what? To make money for them? No, definitely they are working for human beings without any rest. Even the dogs are working for their masters without rest. For human beings. Then he speaks about a fly. Fly is entirely free from thoughts, but we can't see the shadows of the fly. That means all the animals around us are suffering because of the cruelties of human beings. We are using the animals maximum for our luxurious life. We don't have the time to think about the real state of animals because we have lost our compassion and love towards our fellow beings. We just treat them as instruments. We can't understand their feelings. Then we can move to the next lines. Is it with these menaces to our vision, with this procession led by a man carrying wood, we must be concerned. The Holy Land, the rearing green island, should be kindlier than this. We can go through the difficult words. Menaces means danger. Concern here means feeling worry. Holy Land here, heaven. When we go through the living conditions of dogs, cart horses, we already identified that animals are suffering a lot from the cruelties of human beings. We can see that the animals are threatened by human beings. So that's why the poet speaks about the procession led by a man carrying wood. Here the man carrying wood indicates Jesus Christ. I think all of you know it well. So we can feel the same thing happened here. How the man carrying wood, like that here animals are being the part of a procession by the cruelties of human beings. Here the human beings, they are using the animals for their personal purpose, to make their life more colorful. They are using the animals without mankind. Human beings have lost their compassion and love towards the fellow beings. That's why the animals are being the part of procession. തീർച്ചയായും ഇവിടെ മനുഷ്യരാൽ ക്രൂശിക്കപ്പെടുന്ന മൃഗങ്ങളുടെ അവസ്ഥയെ ഒരിക്കൽ മനുഷ്യരാൽ ക്രൂശിക്കപ്പെട്ട ജീസസ് ക്രൈസ്റ്റിൻ്റെ ലൈഫിനോടാണ് സിൽക്കിൻ കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Then we can move to the next lines. We must be concerned. Definitely when we see this sight, we should have the responsibility to feel sad. We are not at all doing a good job. We should feel shame about our actions. We should be ready to show the compassion and love towards the fellow beings, because the earth is a heaven. It's our responsibility to show the compassion and love towards our fellow beings. We can move to the next lines. Yet the animals are goats, need tending to, take in the whipped cat and the blinded owl. Take up the man-trapped squirrel upon your shoulder. Attend to the unnecessary beasts. Whipped. Whipped means moved to a different position quickly. Then the poet reminds us, look at around us. Then we can see that the animals are not happy. They are so sad. They are suffering a lot from the human beings. We can see the whipped cat and the blinded owl around us. They have also the right to live very happily in this world like human beings. They have the right to be enjoyed their lives. Who gives the power to man to control the animals? Actually, human beings are not the owner of this beautiful world. We are just part of this world, this nature. Then how can we control the animals around us? How brutally we are using the animals for our own purpose. We can see man trapped a squirrel. We find happiness by using the animals for our personal use. We are very selfish. We never think about the real state of animals, how they are suffering. We always try to find out our own happiness. That's why trapping the squirrels. We only give importance to our own happiness. We are ready to take any animals around us for our own purpose. Because of our selfishness, we can't understand the feelings of animals. We can move to the concluding lines. From growing mercy and a moderate love, great love for the human animal occurs. And your love grows, your great love grows and grows. Moderate means neither very good nor very bad. When the poem concludes, the poet reminds us we are human beings. It's our responsibility to show the mercy and love towards the other animals around us. Then only we can feel the love and compassion towards the other fellow beings. It's our duty to act as a human being. That is the difference between a human being and an animal. But sometimes we can't identify who is an animal, who is the human being. It is the great message John Silkin conveys through this beautiful poem, Caring for Animals. I hope all of you walk with John Silkin. We can just go through the important points relating the poem Caring for Animals. He goes on to ask nature, the seas and the skies for an answer, but he is in vain as he gets no answer. The poet brings out the suffering met by the animals such as the dogs, cats, cart horses and the owl, as humans fail to protect them. On the contrary, this suffering is caused by man himself. The poet realizes the need to care for these animals, no matter how small or insignificant they might seem to be, for they are the creatures who will teach mankind how to love. As our love for animals grow, so will our love for mankind. Poets questions about bitter eyes of small animals. He is questioning sky and serene blue water. Serene means calm and peaceful. But he didn't get the answer. The poet also describes the cruelties to animals. He caught some of the animals, dogs, carts, horses and birds. He also emphasizes the kindness of Green Island. It is the heaven in this world. We should be ready to understand the feelings of others, our fellow beings. Then he describes how to treat and take care of the animals. If we are ready to caring and loving for animals, definitely it will help us to grow up human relations. This is the great message he is conveying through this poem. About the poem Caring for Animals portrays the torments and the sufferings that the animals bear in the present scenario. The poet begins by abruptly posing a question with regard to the necessity of protecting animals. He asks why these small creatures with bitter eyes needed to be taken care of. It is a very relevant topic. That's why by a question he begins this poem. Why we should take care of animals? Because we, the human beings, are torturing the animals. So it's the right time to recognize the human cruelties towards the animals. In search for an answer to this basic question, he raised it before the sky, water, and the entire universe, but failed. Finally, as he received no answer from anywhere. Further, he says, no answers release in my head with regard to this, but I could clearly visualize a cluster of animals leading their life with a wretched soul. By presenting the images of a series of torment living creatures like dogs with clipped ears, whizzing cart horses, a fly without shadow and without thought. The poet portrays how the animals and birds are leading a death in life existence under the nose of his so-called master, man. We already identified, he asked the question to the serene water and sky, but he doesn't get the answer. He asks the question himself, but he doesn't get the answer. But at the same time, he knows it very well. The animals are suffering a lot by the cruelties of human beings. Highlighting this pathetic vision, the poet raises the pertinent question whether we must be concerned about this. He conveys his opinion that the Holy Land and the rearing Greenland should be kindlier than this. In the later part of the poem, he gives special emphasis to the notion of caring the animals. The lines, yet the animals are goats, need tending to. Take in the whipped cat and the blinded owl, take up the man-trapped squirrel upon your shoulders. Attend to the unnecessary beasts. These lines remind us about the noble act of protecting the injured cats, the blinded owl, and the trapped squirrels. Here he preaches the gospel of love which finds no boundaries. The poet also reminds us we should be ready to take care of the animals who are hurt badly. I think all of you are very familiar with such services. Have you heard about it? അല്ലേ, നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിലൊക്കെ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇത്തരത്തിൽ പരിക്ക് പറ്റിയിട്ടുള്ള പൂച്ചക്കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങളെയോ നായക്കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങളെയോ ഒക്കെ കിട്ടുകയാണെങ്കിൽ തീർച്ചയായും നമുക്ക് അവയെ സഹായിക്കാൻ പറ്റിയില്ല എങ്കിൽ നമ്മളൊന്ന് ഗൂഗിളിൽ സെർച്ച് ചെയ്താൽ മതി. അത്തരത്തിലെ മൃഗങ്ങളെ ഏറ്റെടുക്കുന്ന ഒത്തിരി സംഘടനകളുണ്ട്, ഒത്തിരി സേവനങ്ങൾ ലഭ്യമാണ്. It is our responsibility to take care of these animals. At least we can find the place which makes them more comfortable and safe. It is also our responsibility. മനുഷ്യരെ പോലെ തന്നെ മൃഗങ്ങളുടെ ജീവനും നാം വില കൽപ്പിക്കേണ്ടിയിരിക്കുന്നു. അത് മനസ്സിലാക്കിയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കൂട്ടം മനുഷ്യരാണ് അത്തരത്തിലുള്ള സർവീസുകൾ ഇന്ന് നമുക്ക് ചുറ്റിലും ലഭ്യമാക്കുന്നത്. Through these lines, he reminds us we should have the responsibility to take care of the wounded animals around us. He gently reminds us that caring for animals will make us realize that we too are human animals in need of love and care. On a positive note, he concludes the poem by stating that when your kindness and love towards animals are growing up, your love towards all fellow beings are also growing up. തീർച്ചയായും നിങ്ങളൊരു നല്ല മൃഗസ്നേഹിയാണെങ്കിൽ മൃഗങ്ങളെ വളരെ നന്നായി പരിപാലിക്കാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കഴിയുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സംശയവും വേണ്ട, നിങ്ങൾ നല്ലൊരു മനുഷ്യനായിരിക്കും. നിങ്ങൾ എങ്ങനെയാണോ നിങ്ങളെ സ്നേഹിക്കുന്നത് അതുപോലെ തന്നെ മറ്റുള്ളവരെയും നന്നായി സ്നേഹിക്കാൻ കഴിയുമെന്നാണ് സിൽക്കിൻ ഈ ഒരു കൊച്ചു പോയത്തിലൂടെ നാം ഓരോരുത്തരെയും ഓർമ്മിപ്പിക്കുന്നത്. Then we are going to discuss the question answers. We can see that there are 4 short answers in our textbook. Whom does the poet ask whether to care for animals? The poet says that whenever he asks the sky and water about caring for animals, he gets no answer. In what condition does the poet see the dogs and the horses in the street? He remembers dogs, cats, horses and owls that have been badly injured and need first aid. Why does the poet tell that the animals need caring? He answers the question himself and says that caring for animals will make us realize that being human animals, we too are in need of love and care. In rather simple lyrics, instead of objectifying the animals, the poet raises our consciousness towards the bond that should generate love, kindness and care for the animals. How can the human animal experience love? Silkin also shows that love and care for animals is a necessary step to extend the boundaries of the human world. He concludes the poem by stating that when your kindness and love towards animals are growing up, your love towards all fellow beings are also growing up. I hope all of you understand the value of caring and protecting the animals, including the wounded animals around us. We will start a new chapter in our next class. Thank you.